Greetings, everyone. Welcome. Greetings and welcome to folks joining in today. Awesome. Oh, great. Cool. I can see some of y'all populating in the field. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll get started in just a moment. I want to invite, thank you. I want to invite you all to perhaps share where you are tuning in from today so we can start to visualize the map and the yogic map that we are creating together, even though we're not all in the same physical location. But we can imagine that we're creating a grid together today. Cool. I see people from Atlanta, Maine, Mexico, Montana, or Missouri, I think, Pennsylvania, Rapid City, South Dakota, New York. Awesome. Sunny, rural, upstate New York, Pittsburgh. Is that Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania? Southeast Tennessee, Cambridge, Massachusetts, Katy, Texas, more Texas in the house, New York State, Oxford, Mississippi, El Paso, Texas, Washington, Sacramento, California, Nebraska, Syracuse, New York. Well, welcome to all of you, and thank you for joining me this morning / for some of you, it might be early afternoon.
Shirley, your link fell to your playlist fell out, and I want to be able to drop it again, but it disappeared from the chat when we went live.
Oh, I can add it in. I'll
Okay,
send it
I'm
to
so
you.
sorry about
It's
that.
okay.
All right, I'll go back off stage now.
Thank you. All right, and I will also, I can also add it in the chat. So welcome again. Welcome. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for taking the time to take care of yourselves. I imagine you have been taking in a lot of information from wonderful presenters, and I just want to say I really respect that y'all making a little time before your attendance of other conferences today to maybe take care of your body and take care of your breath. So my name is Shirley Johnson, and I will be teaching or guiding you today through a gentle and nourishing yoga practice. Because I don't know everyone in the room, and I'm sure there's a variety of ages and body types and histories of body movement and injuries, we're going to keep it gentle. And it's that reminder that there's an access point for everyone. We're going to keep it gentle, and we will keep it nourishing, I hope. So I'll just share about myself. My name is Shirley Johnson. As I mentioned, I'm a yoga teacher. I've been teaching yoga since 2010. I'm certified in Kundalini yoga, Vinyasa yoga, prenatal yoga, and have taught to people from toddler age into mature elder age. And I'm also a licensed psychotherapist working primarily at this point in my career with couples and adults, but I have worked for years in school sites in the Bay Area of California. I'm tuning in from Oakland, California, and I'm originally from New York City, so I'm excited to just see so many different folks in the chat coming from different areas. Quick reminders, first of all, as Yasmina shared, there is a playlist for our time today. I recognize it's on Spotify and not everyone is a Spotify user. I will let you know when to press play if you are going to use that playlist. If not, I invite you may want to be in silence, or you may want to have another playlist that you like that maybe it's from YouTube and it's some gentle soundscape music, or maybe it's your favorite playlist that you listen to on another streamer. But I decided to keep the music separate so that I didn't have to worry about too much sound checking. So I'll let you know when to press play. And also, Yasmina has pinned it to the top of the chat as well. Thank you for that, Yasmina. Another quick reminder before we get started, my invitation is going to be always to take care of yourself. While this practice is designed to be gentle. I recognize again that some of you, what's gentle for one person is not always gentle for another. So please modify. If I'm saying or inviting you to do something and your body's like, not right now, not today, please do not do it. Please honor that and try something else. Try something else or just breathe. And that being said, my final announcement before we start is that sometimes if you are looking on screen, I may not be in the pose that I am teaching you. So please note that just because I might be on the screen might just be more of me tracking any questions in the chat that might come up, as well as tracking the time. So I will let you know as we move through postures, but please don't just please try to listen to your body and stay with your breath, and then listen for the cues to come in and out of the posture. Okay. And also sometimes I will ask you all to lie down, and then I'll come back from lying down after I show you, because it's very hard to present and lie down. So sometimes, like I said, I won't be doing the same posture as you all. All right, let's get started. We are going to actually start on our backs. So come to lay down on your mat, and the invitation is to have your knees bent and your soles of the feet are on the ground. You're going to place one hand at your belly button and one hand at your heart center. Your head and shoulders are on the earth. And you may, I forgot to say it. You may press play on the playlist that you're using or on the playlist that I have provided. I already forgot to say that. After you've pressed play, please come back down to your mat or to the ground, laying down on your back. Knees are bent, soles of the feet are on the earth. One hand is on your belly, one hand is at the heart. Please close your eyes. We will begin a round of deep core breathing. So first we're going to inhale into our belly, our abdominal center. Inhale, focusing on the belly rising as you inhale. And then as you exhale, feel the belly falling back down to the earth. Continuing like that, inhale. And exhaling. I invite you to keep slowing down your breath as you are in this posture. And our only goal right now is to say good morning to our breath. To notice how our breath is flowing. To honor the mechanics of breathing that all of us as human beings need in order to be alive. With each round, I invite you to slow down the breath even a little bit more. Your only task right now is to breathe slowly and deeply. And continue to lay on your back, breathing. This time I want to invite you to bring awareness to your breath in your chest area. So we were just focusing more on the abdominals. And now as you inhale, visualize and perhaps feel as you inhale your chest expanding. Imagining breathing directly into your lungs. And as you exhale, feeling the chest fall softly back down. So continuing to breathe deeply and slowly, this time focusing on the chest. And for some of us, as you continue to breathe, a reminder that some of us breathe more in our chest, some of us breathe more in our belly. The goal is not to say one is better or the worst. Right now, we're just warming up our breath and starting to notice, just paying attention to where we are breathing. Where's our breath going? And for this final round of our breath, we're going to breathe into both our belly and our chest. So you'll take an even longer inhale, filling up the belly, lifting it up to your chest, and a longer exhale as you slowly begin to exhale all the breath out of your body. And let's take 3 more rounds like this at your own pace. As you finish that final round, you can relax your arms back down by your side. Maybe give a hug of your knees into your chest if you'd like. Gentle rock from side to side. And we will all make our way back up to a seated posture. Some of you may rock over to your side and lift up that way. Others may rock up and down on your spine and come up that way. I'm going to sit on a cushion and I invite you to do the same. It might not be a cushion, a pillow is quite fine. And that can support lifting the hips a little bit so that the knees can fall down to the earth. Taking your time to arrive. We're going to start with some warm-ups, just getting our body warmed up before we go into any more traditional yoga asana. Asana, often translated into posture, but the Sanskrit suggests also this word asana is the throne. So our postures are an invitation for us to also land into our confidence and our empowerment. So let's start with some neck rolls. You're going to bring your chin down to your chest and then gently start to bring your right ear to your right shoulder. And then please bring the chin back down to the chest, left ear to left shoulder. So for some of us, we might just continue to swing our head from left to right. For others, if your neck is feeling ready for it, start to take a full circle over in the direction moving toward the left ear and then back over to the right. So going at your own pace with these neck circles, I also invite you to open your jaw and your mouth a little bit. So sometimes when we hold tension in our neck, it can be exacerbated by tension holding in our jaw. So whenever we're doing neck circles, we also want to see if we can bring a little softness to the jaw. We're taking a few more rounds in this direction. Welcome to folks who are just logging in. Welcome. Welcome, folks. Come on in. Join the yoga gathering. And the next time your head comes down to center, start to move it in the other direction if you that you went in before. And staying with your breath. The inhale can be breathed in as the chin comes to the chest. And then the exhale as your head comes back. Good. Continuing a few more rounds. And one thing I want to continue to emphasize is your breath is the foundation of your yoga practice. So even if you're not doing all the physical movements, try to keep focus on your breath. As you're ready, come back to center and just take a moment to breathe and notice how your neck feels after a few rolls this morning. Let's continue to warm up through that area. Inhale, lifting the shoulders up to your ears, and exhale, rolling the shoulders down. Please continue. Inhale, shoulders lift up, and exhale, shoulders flow down. Going at your own pace with the rhythm of your breath, most importantly. So you want to go really slow because your breath is really slow. That is A-okay. You want to go fast because you like a little more quickness to it. That's fine too. Just stay with your breath. Next time you inhale, lift the shoulders up. This time we're going to move the shoulders forward. So shoulders going forward and back. Inhale, shoulders lift up. Exhale, round the shoulders down. Following your own breath. Thank you for that reminder. Oriana shared in the chat that one time I said, the quality of your breath will reflect the quality of your life. And that's a reminder, I think, for us as the more we can breathe deeply into every situation that comes our way. And that's not always easy, especially in many of the work and careers that we have. But the more we can be fully present, fully responsive, and fully able to make choices that are coming from being present and not disconnected. Good. Final time, lift your shoulders up. Exhale, relax the shoulders down. Imagine creating a little more length in your neck as the shoulders fall down. Good. We're going to take some arm circles from here. Inhale, arms lift up, opening the armpits, and exhaling, armpits come down. So continuing like that, opening it up. Big breaths in. Imagine you're just clear. You're like, this is almost like for some folks who swim, it's like that backstroke movement, opening the arms, opening the back of your body. Imagining maybe imagery of being a butterfly or your favorite bird. And feeling your wingspan grow with every breath. You inhale, growing. With every exhale, relaxing the hands down. Good. Keep going. You'd be surprised. You can really build up a sweat if you do this for a very long time, but we will not do it for that long, but keep going. Wanda is saying, I love this. It helps mind, body, and spirit. I'm so glad to hear that it is feeling helpful, Wanda. That delights me. Thank you for sharing. 3 more big circles. Good. Hands come down. We're going to go the opposite way. Inhale this time back. And then exhale, the hands come in front of you. Inhale as the arms come back. And exhale as the hands and arms come in front. Please continuing at that rhythm. And in case you haven't noticed, we are starting very slow, and that is intentional. Part of my intention around making this time slow is to support us with really letting ourselves land. Life can be so fast paced. And I also imagine for many of us who are in this session, we are balancing work and families and homes and pets and all types of and professional development that sometimes requires us to move really fast through the world. And sometimes it is in slowing down that we actually get to make contact with that person who's doing everything, ourselves, especially when we have so much that we're giving to others. So, you might notice slowing down, you might be like, oh, this is hard, or like, I want to speed things up. And that's okay. That's just your mind saying that. And I invite you to just breathe deeper. Good. Final time. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, relax the arms down, maybe onto your knees or thighs. And just give a little shake through the arms and shoulders, head and neck. And we're going to roll our wrists out for a moment. So making gentle fists with your hands and start to roll the fists around. Welcome in, Pam. Okay. And now roll the other direction. And now please interlace the fingers. And we're going to make circles in one direction, trying to keep the base of your hands together. Take your time in this. I can already hear some joints cracking and popping on my end. And then take it in the other direction, please. And then just blink your hands a few times, open and close, open and close, open and close, open and close. Good. And relax the hands down. Let's one more time shrug the shoulders up to our ears. And exhale, slowly, consciously release the shoulders back down. I'm going to take a gentle seated twist here. And I want to say all of this can also be done if you're sitting on a chair, as a heads up. So let's reach both of our arms up to the sky, feeling a stretch through our spine and the side body. And we're going to bring our right hand behind us. Now the right hand may come down to the earth. Some of you might put the right hand at your right hip. I'm going to put my right hand on the earth. And then I'm going to bring the left hand gently to my right knee or thigh. Okay, for some of us, it might be the top of the thigh, for others, the knee. And then I want to invite you, inhale to lengthen your spine, to sit up a little taller. Even if you're not feeling any physical movement, visualize yourself sitting up taller. The brain does not know the difference between what you physically do and what you visualize yourself doing. So imagine visualizing yourself taller. If you're sitting on a chair, you can always use the arm of your chair for your twist, okay? And then for some of us, if it feels okay in your neck, you will bring your chin over to the left shoulder. Let's take 3 breaths here, whichever variation we're in. Inhale, feel the spine lengthening. Exhale, feeling a twist. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting. Good. Slowly start to bring the right arm back up off the ground. Bring both hands back up as we started. Inhale, long through the spine and the side bodies. Exhale, left hand this time comes behind you. And a reminder, each side might be a little different. Right hand will come onto your left knee. Inhale again. You're visualizing your spine growing longer. Even if you're not feeling any movement, visualize. Inhale. Okay. And for some of you, if it's okay, you might bring your chin over to the right shoulder this time. Otherwise, you keep the chin right where it is. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, twisting. Inhale. And exhale, twisting. Inhale. Exhale, twist. This time, inhale one last time, hands up overhead. And we'll take a side stretch. Bring the right hand down to the right side of you. Again, the hand might stay on your leg or bring it down all the way to the earth. And you might want to stretch and extend the right arm a little further out as you then stretch the left arm toward the right. And closing the eyes, breathing into the space between your ribs. Imagine you're sending the breath right into those spaces. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. Let's take it to the other side. Left hand comes down to the ground. You may walk the left hand out as much as you want and then stretch the right arm overhead. Breathing in this time to your right ribs. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. And then inhale, start to come back up to your seat you started at. Rest the hands on your knees or in your lap. I invite you to close the eyes and take a few breaths here. Notice how you feel. Notice how your body is feeling. Notice how your thoughts are moving. We're going to transition to to some new postures in a moment, and you're welcome to share anything in the chat as you pause and notice. From here, let's actually all come into child's posture. This you probably cannot do on a chair, but you can do it on a couch. You will open your knees at least hip distance apart, maybe the whole distance of the mat. Your big toes come together, okay? So there's a triangle, the toes touch. And then you're going to send your sits bones on your glutes back down to your heels. And then extend and walk the arms forward. And the head can rest on the ground. For some of you, your head may not reach, that's fine. You're also welcome to use a pillow or a cushion, something underneath your chest if your chest and head don't come to the ground. This is a great stretch posture, child's posture, balasana, to come to if you need a rest at any point in the rest of our practice. And as you're here, you might want to shake out your hips a little from side to side in the posture. That can be a really nice release for the lower back. And from your child's posture, with your next inhale, press into your hands, and please make your way to tabletop posture, which is coming to hands and knees on all fours. We're going to start a round of cat-cow stretches. Anyone who's practiced yoga, you've probably practiced this before. So we'll inhale, lift the chest and head up to the sky. Big breath in, and then as you exhale, you round the spine and release the head and curl the spine. Good. Keep going. Inhale, arching the back. Exhale, rounding the back. And again, I want you to stay with your breath. So that means you get to go as slow or as fast as you want. Good. Continuing with your breath. Inhale, arching the spine. Exhale, rounding the spine. Good. And then the next time you come back to your neutral spine in tabletop, we're going to draw some circles with our hips. So what does that look like? It looks like circling the hips. Let's start in the direction of the left. We'll start to bring the weight into the left hip, then toward the heels, then toward the right, and then back center. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. You can make this as big of a movement as you want. You want to put your whole body into it. That's fine. You can make this as small as a movement as you want. Just stay with your breath. And now start to move in the other direction, to the right or whichever side you didn't do before. And inhale, come back to center. Remember, you are welcome to take child's pose anytime you want. From here, we're going to stay in tabletop. We're going to stretch out our calves and the backs of our legs. So start with extending your right foot. I'm going to slightly move my camera down. So your right foot is going to be on the ground. Your heel, as you can see, is pointing toward the back wall. The left leg and left shin stays on the earth. We're going to inhale, move forward, so you almost come onto the tips of your toes, and then exhale, press back. Good. A few more times, rocking like this. Inhale forward and exhale back. For some of us, we'll feel a nice stretch through the back of our calf when we rock back. You're welcome to stay there and breathe. Otherwise, continue rocking. Inhale forward, exhale back. The next time you inhale, pause here on the toes of your right foot, and then lift your right leg up. We have a few options. We can stay here. Some of us are going to play with balance. You can stay here. You want to play more with the balance. Extend your left arm up from the earth. It helps to look down at your mat. And then option 3, some of us will engage our core, bring elbow to knee together, and then inhale, extend back out. Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, and exhale, bring the left hand down. If it was up, bring the right knee down. And shake out your hips a little bit. Imagine you have a tail and you're wagging your tail from side to side. Good. And let's take the other side. Another note, you want to make sure you're spreading your hands, your fingers nice and far apart. This will help you from not putting too much weight on one part of the hand so that the weight of your body is evenly distributed through all 10 of your fingers. So hands are down. And we'll start with our left. Excuse me, what I just did. Start with the other one. The left foot comes behind you onto your left toes. Good. We're going to inhale, rock forward on the tips of the toes. And then exhale, rock back. Continuing at your own pace. Next time you inhale, pause and hold. And we're going to take those same options on this side. So you might stay here. Option 2, you lift your left leg up. Toes point down. Left foot is flexed, active through the left foot. Option 3, extend your right arm. You can stay right there and breathe. Option 4, exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend and hold. Press out through the foot and the fingertips. Exhale, relax the right hand back down to the ground. Relax the left knee back to the ground. Shake out your hips from side to side. Good. And then we'll take what's called threading the needle. So you're going to stay in tabletop. We'll start with the left side this time. Reach the left arm all the way up to the sky. And then you're going to exhale and thread the left arm underneath the right. Your left shoulder will come down to the ground as well as your face. And again, you can use your pillow or cushion here. I'm going to do this facing you so you can see it from a different angle. So the left arm reaches up and then you exhale like you're threading. This is called thread the needle. You're threading this needle. Left arm comes down, resting the left side of your face onto the ground. And then you might extend the right arm forward if you want. You can keep the right arm exactly where it is. Some of you will opt to bring your right hand somewhere else. And just breathing into the stretch through your shoulders. That's one of those postures that's hard to talk and do. So I'm going to sit up as you breathe a few more times into that posture. Good. And slowly taking your time, start to inhale, lift the left hand and arm back to center, place the left hand down onto the earth. And we'll take the other side. Inhale, stretch the right arm up to the sky. And then exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left. Right shoulder, side of the right face will come down. And breathe here. I invite you to close your eyes if they're open. Wherever you are, just eyes closed, breathing. Just bringing all of your attention and focus into this present moment. Everything in the future will have your attention when it comes. Right now, the invitation is you get to just be present with you and your body. And taking your time, start to unravel the right hand and place the right palm down to the ground. Good. And take two options here. Some of you may want to take child's posture, so you'll come into that posture and take a few breaths here. And others, let's take this as a moment to practice downward facing dog. So spreading through all 10 fingers once again. Tuck your toes, so you feel your toes engaged with the mat. And then as you inhale, start to lift the knees off, just to start there. Press into your hands a little bit more, and then lifting your hips into space, into your downward facing dog, adjusting your feet. And if you're taking this version, I invite you to pedal out your knees and shake out the head. And take a few breaths here. And folks who are in child's pose, you stay right there. Let's all come to bring our knees down to the ground. And for people in child's pose, come to roll up into tabletop, hands and knees again. We'll start by bringing our left foot forward. We're going to take a lunge stretch. The left foot will come forward. The right foot is on the back of your mat. And then place the right hand, I'll face you for this. The right hand is going to go onto the ground. And for some of you, if you have props, you have a block under your right hand might be nice. And then taking a twisted lunge, extend the left arm up to the sky. Those who are up for it, you may untuck your back toes and lift through the back leg. And breathe. With your next exhale, bring the left hand down, staying in your lunge stance. And now this time, walk your left foot out to the side. So both of your hands are going to be in the center. Your left foot is outside of both hands. Okay. And now we're going to inhale and lunge forward, the knee bending toward the front, and then exhale, lunging back. Some of you may extend your whole left leg back, or maybe even take a little hamstring stretch. And continuing to pulse like that a few times, opening through the hips and the groin. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Following your breath. And then bring your knee back to starting position. Inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. And then interlace the hands behind you. If the hands interlace, you'll interlace them and pull the fist down. If not, maybe you just hook thumbs or bring your hands to the lower back. The goal here is to have a shoulder stretch. So it doesn't have to be interlaced through the fingers. It can also be hands on your back and imagining your heart lifting up to the sky, taking a breath in. And exhale, bring the hands back down. And we'll take the other side to even it out. So this time our right foot comes forward. And the hands frame our right foot this time. Keep the left hand on the ground or on a block or prop. And then inhale, stretch the right arm up to the sky. And breathing here. Option if you did it on the other side to extend through the back leg. But no worries. Back knee can stay right down on the earth as you breathe. Exhale, bring the right hand down into the center. So you might walk the right foot a little further out to the side so both hands are in the center. You're going to inhale, rock forward, and then exhale, rock back. You can make this as big of an extension on both sides. Inhale, you can bend as far as you want. Exhale, you can lengthen through the leg, and even you can lift your foot off if you'd like to engage the hamstring. And then inhale, come back to center. This time, bring the feet back in between the hands and inhale, lift the arms over the head. And now with your next exhale, bring the hands back behind you for the chest and shoulder stretch. Interlace through the fingers, hands to the lower back, hands to the hips, wherever is good for you today. And then opening and breathing into your heart center. Inhale, lift the arms back up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down. Frame your front foot again. Bring your right knee down to the earth. Hands back down. Shake out the hips a little from side to side. Wag the imaginary tail. And your choice. Actually, let's all come to child's pose because we're going to start our descent into Shavasana. So come onto child's pose. Rest the head. We'll take 3 breaths here. With your next inhale, at the end of your third breath, walk your hands back to your knees. And now make your way to lay on your back. All right. Keep the knees bent just the way we started today. We're going to hug our left knee into our chest. Right knee can stay bent. Some of you may elongate your right knee. And keeping the knee hugged into the chest, we're going to start to take a little twist. So gently, you'll start to guide your left knee over to the right side. You could use your right hand to guide it. And twisting. If it's comfortable, turn your chin to your left shoulder and breathe. Slowly, with your next inhale, start to guide the left knee back. Place the left foot onto the earth. This time, hug the right knee into your chest. Your choice. I'm going to keep my left knee bent. Some of you may extend the left leg long. And inhale, hug the right knee, into your chest. And take your time. Exhale, twist over to the left side. You may extend your right arm out. Maybe bring your chin to your right shoulder and breathe. Your next inhale, slowly guiding the right knee back. This time, hug both of your knees into your chest. Hug everything in and actually lift your head up and turn yourself into a tight little ball. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, let go of everything and lay flat on your back. This is our final resting pose. Corpse pose. In the Sanskrit, it's Shavasana. I invite you to close your eyes. There is nothing to do here. This is your time to just be still and let all the movement and breath integrate. It's like when you bake something, right? And sometimes after the baking, it's not ready to eat right away. You just got to let it sit for a moment. So just let yourself lay for this moment. And keeping your eyes closed, gently start to bring awareness back to your breath, taking in a deeper inhale and a deeper exhale out. Start to bring a little wiggle to your fingers and your toes as you're laying down. And with your next inhale, stretch the arms back behind your head all the way. Point the toes out in front of you all the way. Feel a long stretch from your fingertips all the way to the tips of your toes. And then exhale, hug the knees into your chest one last time and rock over to either the left or right side of your body. Pausing in this posture of new beginnings, I invite you to set an intention for today of what you are either going to bring today, what you want to give to yourself today, or how you are going to care for yourself today. And gently taking your time, starting to lift back up into your seated posture. I invite you, if you'd like to share in the chat, just for accountability's sake and being witnessed sake, any of the intentions that you have come to you for today. And bringing your hands into this mudra. Mudra in Sanskrit means a seal. So it's a way of sealing our practice. Hands into the heart center, bowing your head in towards your heart to seal in your practice, sealing in your personal intention for today. Thank you all for being here. I am so honored to get to share with you some movement and breathing, and just a reminder that I hope we can all remember that movement is for all bodies. We are never too old, we are never too young, and there's always a way we can honor our body with some movement, even if it's just rolling out your wrist, right? From all the texting that we do all day, just some wrist movements, you know? You might have 2 seconds to yourself in the bathroom and you might just and sigh out, right? Breathing and movement is for all bodies. And I believe that this is a humanizing practice and a way that we can humanize ourselves and humanize one another. So thank you to Yasmina for your support in here. And thank you to Kari. And yes, you have 5 minutes of time to transition, so you don't have to rush. And my invitation with you all is not to rush. As they say in the yoga community, coming from the Sanskrit, namaste, meaning the light in me bows to the light in you. Have a beautiful rest of your day and blessings on your path. If you would like to stay in touch, I'm actually going to share my website in the chat. And I know that there are a few flyers that were uploaded into this forum, but this is my website if folks want to stay in touch.